Have you ever seen the movie Bit Parts? It's an independent horror movie that came out in 2006. It's a really good movie, and it's one of the many DVDs I've held on to all these years. The film was directed by Dave Reda, a man who is synonymous with independent horror. I've been following Dave Reda's work for years, and I was recently granted an opportunity to watch Dave's latest short film. It's a 5-minute zombie film called As Good as Dead. This short film just had its premiere at the Dances with Films Festival in Hollywood, California. From what I've been hearing, the reactions from the screening were very positive, and for good reason. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Zombies, give me a break.
Yes, I get where you're coming from. Trust me when I say that this new short film exceeded my expectations. While it does have a cast of zombies, Elftwin Films was able to do something different with them. While I break it down for you, I'll do my absolute best not to spoil anything, because I'm convinced that As Good as Dead is a short film you have to see for yourself. The only real complaint I had with this short film is that the trailer does not do it justice. In a way, it's a bit deceiving. If you've seen the trailer, then you already know what the basic premise is. If you haven't, you're more than welcome to watch it here on the channel. As Good as Dead throws you right in the middle of a zombie chase, with 2 female leads running away from the undead. It's a premise that feels very familiar to us genre fanatics. On the positive side, this takes a drastic turn and becomes something completely different. It's a swerve that I did not see coming, at all. Knowing the brilliant mind behind the camera, I get it. You see, Dave Reda comes from a family of performers and artists. Show business is in his blood, and if you've ever watched any of his previous stuff, you understand his sense of humor. I won't explain what the swerve itself is, but I'll just say I had a blast with it. As Good as Dead is some of the most entertaining 5 minutes you'll ever have.
If you know what I mean, and I think you do.
Kudos to the main actors, zombie extras, and everyone behind the scenes that worked on this project. Boneyard Effects did an incredible job with the makeup. The zombies themselves look fantastic, and their movements felt straight out of a George Romero movie. You can tell this was made by horror fans, for horror fans. That love and passion is visible on the screen, and with the choice of music, it felt like a love letter to the 80s, which for me made that much more enjoyable. I've been following Dave Reda's filmography for years, and I have to say, this is his best work yet. One thing I did find odd is that Dave Reda himself does not appear in this short film at all. Typically, Dave plays a small part in all of his movies, but this is the first time he's stayed behind the camera. Not that it's a good or bad thing, it's just a bit weird for him as a filmmaker that has a past history of playing extras in movies. Or, one might say, bit parts.
See what you did there?
As Good as Dead is entertaining from start to finish. If I babble on any more about this, I'm just going to give the surprise away, and I don't want to do that. So I'll just say that this is something that I think you're going to enjoy. Once As Good as Dead becomes available to the general public, I will post a link in the description below, so that you may be able to experience it for yourself. I had a great time watching this short film. It was not at all what I was expecting, but I was pleasantly surprised with how much fun it was. I give As Good as Dead 8 out of 10 zombie bites.